Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. We are going to be talking about the Marc Jacobs Shameless Foundation today. We're going to just be doing a review. I had planned a first impression, I already had filmed it. It just completely fell apart. I got sick while filming, had to stop. My plan today was actually to finish that and do like a final thought slash like end of the video clip, and I realized that I don't know what happened to the footage that I had for that first impression. So instead of the first impression, we're just gonna be doing a review, just be talking about the pros, the cons, all of the details about this foundation. I did actually get sent this foundation from Influencer. If you don't know what that is, I would recommend checking it out. They have no idea I'm making this video or anything like that. I was gonna already buy the foundation to review, and they ended up sending it to me to try, so that was like super exciting that I just got to try it for free and just had to do a review on like Sephora and different things like that. So go check that out if you haven't. It's a really cool program. You can read all the details about it there. And I have the app. I really enjoy it. They've sent me some really cool products to try, and I've really enjoyed it so far. So let's get into the details about the foundation. I do have a little pamphlet. I'm looking at it here, but I'm not gonna hold it up because it changes the lighting. But I'm gonna read to you what the foundation is about, and then I'll talk about what I thought and the pros and cons. So Jacobs foundation, this is their newest one they just launched. This is the Shameless foundation. I actually really enjoy the bottle. It's like this slim little squeeze tube. It definitely is interesting in the fact that it's just like plastic, $46. So I would definitely think that they would put it in like a glass bottle with a pump, which I feel like how the majority of foundations are starting to be launched with a pump. I like that way, but I like this way too. I don't mind it, and I like that it's really thin because it's just easy to carry in your bag and you're not worrying about breaking it, so that is a plus to it. This foundation retails for $46. You can get it at Sephora. I don't know if they carry Marc Jacobs other places or not. I'm sure they probably do. They don't have it at Ulta, but they do have it at Sephora. So they have 29 shades, which range from ultra fair with yellow undertones, that's the first shade, to very deep with dark red undertones. So the pictures show very, very fair and very, very deep. Looks like they have a very good like range, and 29 is a pretty good amount of shades. This foundation claims to be self-setting, have invisible SPF, and medium to buildable coverage with the first ever flashback free SPF. It also says exceptional hydration too. SPF and flashback, that's not something that really I think about when I'm putting a foundation on. I'm very rarely in any kind of flash photography. Like honestly, I avoid it. Not because it's like bad or anything. I just prefer natural lighting photography. I just think it looks beautiful. So that's not really like a thing that matters a whole lot to me that it has flashback free SPF. But if you do take a lot of flash photography photos and you don't like when SPF gives you flashback, then that'll be a really cool detail for you. I can take a flash photography picture. I'll just like insert it here so that you guys can see what it looks like and see if it has any flash, but I'll take that after I finish filming this. Also, here it says that it has a self-setting finish. I don't notice the self-setting finish, but maybe that's because I put a ton of hydrating primer under every foundation that I wear, so it makes it, I feel like, a little more tacky. I always set my foundation, so I did not let this self-set. I did put a powder over top of it. It's so out of my comfort zone, I feel like, to go without putting powder on top of my foundation, so I have not tried it that way, but I will try it that way, maybe, eventually. So I don't really know. I'm not gonna comment on that claim just because I did set it with a powder. And then hydration, I don't know that it gives hydration. I haven't really noticed it, but I haven't worn it like a ton yet. And then medium buildable coverage. I do feel like it has a pretty good amount of coverage. It's not like crazy full. I don't think you can get it up to super full, but I feel like I get the amount of coverage that I want, and I go for, I feel like, a medium or a high medium. Keep in mind though, I do not have anything really to cover. I don't have any kind of acne or really any discoloration. I do have like a slight bit of redness, like very lightly on my cheeks, and that's only after I like wash my face or if I'm in the sun or whatever. I don't really have anything to cover. I do have some freckles, but they're very light. So the coverage might not be what it is on me on you, depending on what you have to cover, if you have any discoloration or things like that. Overall, I really enjoy this foundation. I've seen a lot of different reviews, and I feel like a lot of people have not been the biggest fan of it. They said it really sat on their skin, so I wasn't really sure what to expect going into it. I didn't know if I was gonna like it or if it was gonna be heavy, and I ended up deciding that I like it. I'm gonna look at it in my camera right now. It does look a slight bit heavy, like right here, but I feel like that's relatively common for foundations, at least with me. I feel like I typically have a little bit of heaviness here. I don't really know what it is. I barely even put any foundation there. I think it's just because my pores are more visible there, but it's not like crazy highlighting them or anything like that. I mean, to me, it wears very similarly to the foundations that I love. So I really like it. I think it's a nice foundation. Everybody's preference is so totally different. A lot of people were saying that it was transferred. I really try not to touch my face, so I haven't noticed that. And I haven't noticed anything like crazy if I like lean on something or lay on a pillow or put my hand like this. I don't really have a whole lot to say. I don't really think there are any cons about it other than the little tiny bit of heaviness I get around my nose. And like I said, I think it's just my pores. You can see them a little bit, but I feel like I can see that with a lot of foundations that I wear, so it's not like anything uncommon. So one other thing I wanted to include, another detail about this foundation, is it says it has skincare benefits, and it says that it has snow mushroom, and it says it's nature's answer to hyaluronic acid, provides phenomenal hydration, blue daisy extract, and alleviates the dulling effects of pollution. So that is super cool. I am always down for skincare benefits in my foundation. I haven't worn it like a ton yet. I've worn it like 3 or 4 times, and I haven't noticed like, oh, my skin looks more hydrated, but I keep my skin like crazy hydrated. I moisturize it like all the time with heavy moisturizers, so I don't really see any difference in the hydration of my skin from the foundation, but something obviously that comes over time, because I feel like skincare benefits in something, it takes, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks till you see a difference. So maybe after I'm wearing it more often, maybe I will see that. So my only thing that I would say about it is that I wish that it was a little lighter looking around my nose, but I can live with it. I just make sure I use my pore filling primer and set it with a setting spray, and I wish that they had neutral tones. I think that's it. I think that's all the things that I would change about it, but overall I really like the foundation. Let's say if I was gonna give it a rating from like 1 to 10, I would give it probably like an 8, which is pretty high. I try a lot of foundations and I really, really like this one. So I'm definitely gonna keep wearing it. All my product blends well on top of it. It does wear all day. So I would say give it a try. I know it's a little more on the pricey side since it's $46. I mean, it is a high-end brand, but if you're interested in trying it, go get a sample from Sephora. I do that all of the time. I'll go get a sample from Sephora and try it before I buy it. If you're gonna spend your hard-earned money, you wanna do it on something that you're gonna enjoy. So go get a sample. If it doesn't work for you, then you'll know, and then you won't have spent any money, or you could always purchase it, and if it doesn't work, you can exchange it or return it. Sephora has a great return policy, and you're easily able to exchange or return something. So I'm going to do some up close shots of me wearing the foundation right now, so you can see what it looks like on my skin, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't. Follow me on my social media. I did a photo shoot recently with one of my best friends and took some really cool pictures from my website. You might have been seeing them on my Instagram, so go check them out. Excited that it's almost spring, guys. It is 18 days to my birthday and I'm about to turn 26, which blows my mind. It's so weird. I feel like I was just like 19 like 2 days ago. I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.